The Quarry. Where do I begin? Welcome to a not-so-quality review. This is a psychological horror cousin to the well-acclaimed and praised Until Dawn. Square Games, being the mastermind behind the two games, offers something additionally unique to The Quarry, such as enhanced graphics, a staple if a game developer wants to prove its grit, stunning cinematics, more chemistry building between characters, we'll get more into detail about this later, and several neck-breaking protagonists and antagonists that may give your head a spin as the story unfolds. Square Game manifests its childhood favorites and horrors through The Quarry. The Quarry reminiscent of Friday the 13th, elements of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and conspicuous hints to Insidious. And lastly, who doesn't like a paranormal twist to things? The tone of the game is set with a drive-by couple that gets driven off the road by an unknown creature on their way to Hackett's Quarry. While crashed in the billion-acre forest during the full moon, the game does a great job of jump scares and eerie noises and voices that cause the player to clench their rectum tighter than a paranoid single mom with 7 locks on their door to protect her 11 cats. The couple is met by an officer that is more than suspicious. By Officer Travis, they are directed to a motel. But since when have teenagers in a horror movie ever listened to advice? Come on now. Moreover, their demise is met when they break into a cellar, or so it seems. The mood of The Quarry quickly transitions to a slow-starting, blissful acquaintance with 9 counselors that desire 3 things: possible sex, party, and memories for the books. But that isn't at all what they get. Once the van is inevitably broken by a choice you make, the teens are trapped and resolve to have one last hurrah before the summer is over. This is when the story begins to excel in pace. The Quarry is a game that provokes you to make choices at the most random of occurrences. Square Games does a fantastic job of allowing what seems to be a pointless choice to be followed up with the dreaded path updated distortion interface, and dire consequences being the result. If you want a horror game with great graphics, gore that sneaks in when least expected, and constant stress and suspense due to the choices elected, then The Quarry is for you. Contrarily, Square Games doesn't seem to be a fan of character development, chemistry, and depth. The characters, although having distinguishable personalities, are lackluster. We don't ever get to know the depth of the character, or what makes them who they are. This is a catalyst for a disconnect between the player and played. The connection built between the two struggles to really reach past superficial during the playthrough. Moreover, the game is short, and the plot begins to be very evident of being rushed and bridging the paranormal and horror in the most, well, bluntly speaking in layman's terms, cop-out way. Therefore, my experience of The Quarry is overall satisfying, with its prolonged clarity, provoking suspense, choices inevitably always resulting in life or death. The choice between choosing what path to take or what toilet to use will have a consequence. Thus far, I truly don't have much negative to say about The Quarry. Yes, the game has its evident shortcoming, whether a result of intention or laziness is irrelevant. But this game delivered all that I thought it would, and exceeded my expectations. Being that I was just looking for a random horror game at GameStop and came across The Quarry, I can't complain. Overall, I'm giving this game a 6 out of 10. But don't just listen to me. Try the game out for yourself and tell me what you think. Thank you for listening. I hope I was able to give an informed, quick, no-nonsense review. See you guys on the next review.